Here's a look at a recap of your markets on this Tuesday, the 11th day of November, compared to what we've been seeing lately with grain futures, seeing a lot of double-digit moves, and livestock futures seeing near limit to limit moves lately. Today was a whole lot of a nothing burger, with futures being slightly higher or lower, but no big swings in either way. Some awfully impressive prices today at some of the sale barns around the state. Some awful big runs this week as well, as our numbers are adding up to be what looks to be like it'll be quite a week as far as volume goes. Taking a look at a few of the stick-out sales from the auction barns today, nearly all the barns still right in the heat of things, with still a lot of cattle left to sell for the day at most of the barns. Ozarks Regional Stockyards in West Plains sold 81 head of 439-pound steers at $501. 87 head of 520-pound steers in West Plains sold at $457. A full load of 651-pound steers at four state stockyards in Exeter brought $408. Two loads of 815-pound steers at Kingsville today sold at $366. A load of 858-pound steers at Kingsville at $355.5. A load of 907-pound steers at Lawley Brothers Livestock Market in Macon, $344.25. Two loads of 725-pound heifers at Lawley Brothers, $353.25. Taking a look at the box beef cutout values for today. Choice slightly higher, up $1.90, $379.22. Select up 38 cents at $360.08. Those values based on 123 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. The Choice Select spread at $19.14. Negotiated feedlot trades so far, about 1,637 head in the five-state feeding region. Texas has turned in some light volume, 200 head. Nothing so far in Kansas or Nebraska. Iowa's turned in right at 1,250 head so far, generally at 227 live. That's pretty light volume so far for the week, but that would be about $1 lower than where we were last week. Taking a look at those closing futures markets on the livestock side, December live cattle down $1.35, $227.20. February 60 lower at $226.40, and April $225.82 down $1.15. Feeder cattle for November up $202, $337.67. January 32 cents higher, $329.15. March up a dime, $323.32. Lean hogs for December 42 cents lower at $82.35. February 40 cents higher, $83.22. And April 37 cents higher, $87.05. Turning our attention to the grain markets at the elevators around the state on Tuesday. Corn bids were stayed at 2 higher. Beans were mixed, 7 lower to 2 higher. Wheat unchanged, and milo 2 cents higher. Corn bids in the St. Louis region, $4.44. Kansas City at $4.27. Soybean bids, St. Louis $11.28 to $11.34. Kansas City $10.72 to $11.02. Wheat bids in St. Louis $5.10 to $5.58. Kansas City at $5.11. On the Board of Trade, corn contracts, December up 2 1/4, $4.32. March up 2 1/2, $4.47. May at $4.56, up 2 1/2. Soybeans for November, 2 3/4 cents lower, $11.13 1/4. January down 2 3/4 at $11.27 1/4. March down 1 1/4, $11.38. Wheat for December up 1/4 cent, $5.36. March up 1 1/4, $5.51 3/4. May at $5.62 1/4, up 2 3/4. Soybean meal for December down $3.10 a ton, $3.16.90. Soybean oil for December up 52 cents a hundredweight at $51.10. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's a recap of your markets for Tuesday. This is Tony Hancock.